Good morning, children, and welcome back to your English class. We will begin with the reading and explanation of the lesson Old Man at the Bridge. We will take page number 49. I was watching the bridge and the African looking country of the Ebro Delta and wondering how long now it would be before we would see the enemy, and listening all the while for the first noises that would signal that ever mysterious event called contact. And the old man still sat there. So the narrator, that is your Ernest Hemingway, the writer who was, as I told you, children, a special correspondent of a newspaper, he is saying that he was watching the bridge and the African looking country of the Ebro Delta, that is the Ebro River, and the country looked like Africa. Here Africa, it is mentioned the African looking country, that is it's a very different country. He just had, now it seems that the country was devoid of any human being. All the human beings already they had left the place, and it was a barren land now. Nobody was there, no inhabitants were there. And wondering, the narrator was wondering how long now it would be before we would see the enemy. And he was wondering now how much long I have to wait here, and I will see the enemy just proceeding right in front of him, towards him, towards the bridge, and listening all the while for the first noises that would signal that ever mysterious event called contact. And the old man still sat there, and he was simply standing there, and he was waiting to listen to that first noise. Noises means the noise of the horse foot, the stump, children, the all together the army coming just right in front of him. That noise, he was just standing and just waiting for that noise that would signal that ever mysterious event called contact, that would tell that now the army was just racing towards him. And the old man still sat there, and the old man, everybody had awakened that place, and only that old man was still sitting there. What animals were they? I asked. Now he had that question, children. What was that old man was doing? He never looked like a shepherd or nor a herdsman. And what type of animals? If he had the farmhouse, a big farmhouse he owned a big farmhouse, or what type of animals they were, he asked. There were three animals altogether, he explained. There were two goats and a cat, and then there were four pairs of pigeons. So, children, the unexpected answer from that old man. He said there were two goats and a cat, and then there were four pairs of pigeons. And you had to leave them, I asked. And it was a silly question, children, he asked, and you had to leave them. Only these many animals were there of unimportance. Yes, because of the artillery. Then the old man answered, yes, because of the artillery. The artillery is that wing of the army, children, where the soldiers, they carry the guns and they keep on firing. The captain told me to go because of the artillery. So the artillery wing of that army is coming with their guns and all, and we have to run. We don't know whom they will shoot, whom they will kill, so we have to leave the place. And you have no family? I asked, watching the far end of the bridge where a few last carts were hurrying down the slope of the bank. And the narrator, he kept on watching who are the people who have crossed the bridge, and they have already gone towards the other side of the river. So he just was watching, and he just asked, and you have no family? No, he said, only the animals. I stated, the cat, of course, will be all right. A cat can look out for itself, but I cannot think what will become of the others. So he said, no. He said, no. Straight away he said, I don't have any family, only the animals. I stated. He said, only the animals. And he again added, the cat, of course, will be all right. Cat will go anywhere it can look for itself. It will go and hide in any of the houses, anywhere it can go. But I cannot think what will become of the others. But he said that I don't know what will happen to the other animals. What politics have you? I asked. I'm without politics. So the old man said, I don't know about anything about my government, who are the people who are ruling over our country. I don't know about anything about the politics of our country, of my country or the world. I'm without politics, he said. I'm 76 years old. I have come 12 kilometers now. So imagine, I'm so old, 76 years old, and I kept on walking and I have come 12 kilometers now. And I think now I can go no further. This is not a good place to stop, I said. So the narrator said that this is not a good place to stop. This place is not so safe for you. Anytime the enemy army can reach this place. If you can make it, there are trucks up the road where it forks for Tortosa. So finally he says that this is not a good place. If you can make it, there are trucks up the road where it forks for Tortosa. So you can go, trucks are going on that road, and you can just go for asking for the people, the drivers, to just reach you to Tortosa. It's a place, children, it's a city, safe city. It will wait, I will wait a while, he said, and then I will go. Where do the trucks go? Then the old man asked. I will wait for a while. He's so very cool and calm. He never thinks about the army, the enemy army, which is arriving very soon. He said, and then I will go. Where do the trucks go? He asked the narrator. Towards Barcelona, I told him. So the narrator just informed him that the trucks are going towards Barcelona. I know no one in that direction, he said, but thank you very much. Thank you again very much. So finally he said that I don't know anyone in Barcelona, but anyhow, thank you for the information. I'll try to just ask the truck drivers. If I want, I will at least go there. So this much for today, children. Thank you.